Hi everyone. So another week's gone by and we are back to our normal Saturday posting of PKM Weekly. So thank you for being here once again. So this week you will see slightly different change. I've decided to try out Substack again. So from using WordPress and ConvertKit, I've thought about using Substack again just for ease of use, ease of posting, and that I can just use it much more easily on the move. So we'll see how that goes. So with that aside, let's get to it with lots of updates this week. So Capacities, they've got a great article of what's coming up next, what they're working on, what they're going to be working on, short-term, medium-term, and some long-term things. So it's definitely worth checking out the full blog post, but just to give you a headline, tablet app, iPad app, that's in the works. So hopefully coming soon. Offline mode, they're carrying on with adding more features and capabilities to the offline mode. So can't wait for that one to be complete. Calendar 2.0, this is really integration with Google Calendar and Outlook to begin with, and then they're going to add more calendars as time goes on. Media types 2.0, basically just better media management within Capacities itself. Deeper AI integration, which there's another blog post which we'll get to in a second. Importing from other note-taking apps, I think this is vital because for the time being, it's not that easy to import from other apps that you might use. It's kind of a case of copying and pasting the text, so hopefully that's going to make it easier to transition to Capacities if you're interested in using it. Some more integrations with Reader and annotations, some task management features, and faster with less bugs Capacities. So just quickly check it out here. It is worth reading the whole thing because it goes into a lot more detail of what it is, what each heading is, why they're doing it, and how they plan on doing it. So well worth looking into that. Capacities and AI, a bit of a controversial topic, AI in general and your notes, but the team see it as a fundamental part of Capacities, having AI integrated. They're obviously adding more and more features with AI. You can now do autofill properties, tags, amongst other things. So if you are interested in learning more of the thinking, the reasoning behind it, do check this post out because it goes into a lot of detail and it gives you an explanation of what they're planning and how they're planning to integrate AI deeper into Capacities. And then another one is a video from Beth. She created a network of people in Capacities, so kind of like a CRM system, where she connects people with organizations, with projects, amongst other things. So if you're looking to get started with Capacities or wanting to get an idea of how to create a CRM type setup, it is well worth spending a few minutes checking out this video because it can help a lot. So thank you, Beth, for doing that. Logseq, the database version is carrying on, and we have a great walkthrough by Bass of Tools on Tech on YouTube. Basically just goes through setting it up, getting started, playing around with it, and also talks about some limitations that are currently there. Obviously it's under development, so hopefully these limitations will disappear as time goes on. So absolutely have a look into it if you're interested in seeing how the database version is coming along. And just keep in mind that it is under heavy development, and basically back up your notes or don't use it for anything that you don't want to be lost. Use it as a bit of a playground, if you will. Which leads us on nicely to how you can actually use it as a bit of a playground. A post in the Logseq forum, basically a user asking what's the difference between two sets of links, the Logseq DB demo or the test.logseq demo. And if you read here, basically the test.logseq.com is really what's used for the alpha version. Obviously they didn't want to publish it too much because they are going through a closed alpha just to try and focus on the bugs one at a time and get it ready for more general release, as opposed to being bombarded with this is not working, what about this, what about that, when they know about them, and it's just going to get overwhelming and lead to a standstill. But if you do want to play around with it, you can check out these links. And quite a few posts recently is Logseq dead. This really stems from the fact that there's not been an update to the app since about mid-April, so that's about 5 months ago now. And I mean, you can understand the worry about it, but if you look into the DB branch version of GitHub, I mean, it's constantly being updated. I think you can actually see 7th, 6th, 5, and then you can just carry on. It's basically every day, every hour, etc. There's an update or there's a commit being made, because all of the team is focusing on the DB version as opposed to the main version that's currently live for the time being. So don't worry, it's not dead. It's actually more alive than ever. It's just not visible as possibly people would like to. But having said that, hopefully now, as the DB version gets more and more tested, more releases are made, it will be something that the team can communicate and share with the more general public. Tana, they've got a couple of new members joining the Tana team, Emmanuel and Theo. Between the two of them, they've responded to about 5,700 Slack posts, which is very good going. Used about 3,000 emojis, and just generally been helpful and around for the community, answering questions, giving hints, tips, and just being there. So well done to both of them. Tana, they're back on Twitter. I struggled to say X. But they're alive and kicking, so they're now posting more and more, which is great to see. So if you're looking for insights into how to use Tana for content management, how you can use Tana as a meeting agent, how you can capture comments, posts, blogs, etc. whilst on the move, definitely do check that out. And then the other good thing is it's now the 7th of September. From the AMA, the team said the mobile app is hoped to be released by end September, early October, so we are only a few weeks away, so not long to wait. Ev, she posted a great tweet about journaling, and she mentions Tana, but you can kind of use this into any note-taking app or any app in general, and it's basically incremental journaling. So you do your journaling as you go out throughout the day. So once you did something, just whilst it's live and fresh in your mind, you just put a couple of lines in your journal of what was going on. I find this is a great way. Just keep it fresh, keep it going, because if not, you might say, well, I'll just journal at the end of the day. The end of the day comes, you're tired, you're distracted, you've got other things going on, and inevitably you forget and you don't actually journal. And I do find journaling does help, and we'll get onto journaling in a couple more posts down below of how it can help. And then release notes, short and sweet this week, a couple of bug fixes and some improvements. Obsidian, a great article by Sebastian on how they use Obsidian to take notes and basically use it as a bit of a filing system. So it's quite a lengthy one with lots of examples, lots of screenshots. So you can definitely check this out in your own time, and it is well worth it. It goes into the detail of why they do it, how they do it, and what's the benefits. So do check that out. If you're interested in task management in Obsidian, there's a great video of how this user turned Obsidian to the ultimate task manager. So again, if you have a few spare minutes, well worth having a look into this video. Getting it set up goes through the detail of how you can do the same and basically use Obsidian as your task manager. And then the forever question, I think I've said this before, but Obsidian versus something, this time it's Obsidian versus Notion. So in this blog post, the user just goes through explaining what's the difference between the two, the philosophies, the note-taking style, the pricing, the strengths, problems of each. So do check it out if you're on the fence or debating the two of them. To me personally, I'm not sure Notion is really a comparator to Obsidian. Completely different apps, completely different setup. It's a bit like comparing Word with Excel. Yes, Word can do tables, but it's completely different. So I am not sure that these two are really comparable. But still, well worth checking out if you're in doubt. Heptabase, thought I'd add this one this week because there's been quite a lot going on. Insight Generator, this is a great one. I've not actually tested it out yet, but what it seems that you can do from the video that was posted on Twitter is upload or link a post, PDF, whatever it might be, and through the clicks of a few buttons, you can then get some insights being generated automatically of that blog post or of that article, and then you can bring them in very easily into your knowledge base. So if you haven't tried it out yet, please do, and do let me know what you think of it. I think it's a great addition. So definitely worthwhile having a look. Multiple windows. You can now use multiple windows within Heptabase. So rather than having to click everywhere just to go back, go forward, you can now have two knowledge bases side by side, and just basically use the two of them, which I think is great. And then visual note taking, not quite specific to Heptabase, but I think it more focused on Scrintal. So visual note taking, what's the advantages of it? It doesn't actually quite focus on Heptabase. I think they mentioned Scrintal in the post, but basically just asking why or what's the advantages of using a note-taking app based on a visual style as opposed to, let's say, a more text-based page style. So if you're in doubt, also worthwhile having a look because there's some great responses. Other apps, there's quite a few this week. So Remnote, they've got a fireside chat again on the 12th of September. They're going to look at just continue reading and discussing a blog post together, and it's going to be in Discord, so do check out the link if you're interested and to see the time in your time zone. Scrintal, Bianca talks us through her favorite Scrintal feature in the video, and basically how you can replicate the same in Obsidian. So again, if you are interested in Scrintal or trying to get some visual features from Scrintal into Obsidian, do have a look through the video. TFT Hacker, I've got a great product of journaling, and basically just gives you some hints, tips, some getting started, some templates of how you can use Obsidian, in this case for journaling. Obviously you don't have to stick to Obsidian, the product is just based on Obsidian, but you can just as easily buy it and do the same thing in a different app. So, or hopefully Chris can do something a bit more generic, not quite specific to Obsidian, so that it can be used or the concepts can be used in other apps. But it's well worth checking out. And this week he posted on stress relief, so journaling for stress relief. I find journaling great. Just get it out of your mind, put it on the paper or on the page or on the screen, and just carry on, rather than keeping it bottled up within you. So do check it out. Affine, this is now available in more languages: Arabic, French, Korean, Chinese, and Russian. So they're ongoing, and if I remember right, they've got quite a few big releases planned for the next few weeks. So definitely an app worth checking out. A couple of updates for Roam on the mobile app: copy and paste and hashtag to do new pages and delete them directly from the selection toolbar. So again, if you're using Roam, do check these out. I think they're coming soon and haven't quite been released yet, so something to look forward to. And then Appflowy, just to finish off, they've got some big improvements, big new features, and some bug fixes just to speed things up. So again, if you are interested in Appflowy, do check that out or update the version that you have to the latest one to get the benefit of these new features. So that's it for this week. So thank you very much for being here, and we'll see you next week. Bye.